Yeah, now.
Okay.
What do you think is the utility and significance of having a focused urban module in the trainings at the academy, particularly in present times when urban is emerging as such an important sector?
Yeah, we are now close to being having 50% of our population living in the urban areas very soon, and the general thrust of the trainings for administrators has been on rural issues in the past, and therefore I think also the administrators need to be equipped to handle the socio-economic issues that are related in urban sector. Therefore, training in urban planning, urban management, municipal finance, infrastructure development specifically in urban areas has become not just important but also urgent.
So ma'am, what do you think is the relevance of the case studies that we prepare and the approach that we have taken when it comes to effective learning during the training process?
The case studies that have been prepared are actually the most effective method of learning for in-service training courses, because the participants come in with some considerable, I would say, field experience. It also helps because they can relate to their own experience. They can learn from the experience of the other participants. Therefore, it becomes a much more meaningful learning, and hopefully it also creates an appreciation and an insight into the way that they have handled issues in the past, and they get some, I think, some practical ideas about how they can go ahead if they are faced with these urban challenges, in the course of their career. So it is most relevant for in-service trainees. Of course, it needs to have a theoretical foundation. It needs to have some, good reading material, and case studies should be representative as far as is possible in such a country as ours. But something which is too unique and perhaps not really, amenable to replication would probably lose relevance.
So ma'am, how was your experience of facilitating the case in terms of receptiveness by the audience, the interaction and the feedback that you got?
Okay, I handled the session which had this case study on solid waste management, and I found that the group of officers was very enthusiastic. They were also very seriously involved, not just, I suppose, as officers, but also because this is something that faces every citizen living in an urban area. And we also adopted the group discussion methodology to let the group discuss, deliberate issues which had been highlighted in the initial part of the session, and that helped to generate not just a very, I would say that there were good insights that were gained and shared, but also it generated a very lively debate on why theories, when they are applied in the ground, sometimes don't work, or sometimes they lead to unintended situations because of the socio-cultural complexities and issues that are involved. I think there was a cross-section of experiences that that came out when they were discussing, and we could see that it's not that one solution will meet every challenge in this varied country of us. That was, I think, a good way of getting people to understand their own appreciation of issues or their level of understanding.
Thank you.